Good morning, Annie. Good morning, Mimi. Hey, LaShonda. Welcome to Monday. Good to see everyone. Of course, we'll give it some time, allow some others to gather. Come into our space with our intentions for the week ahead. Want to say hi in the chat? You can.
Morning, Michael.
Morning, Annie.
I got my walk in early today. It's going to be 90 degrees.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's supposed to get warm here later on this week. So the weather that you experience, we'll experience here in a few days.
Yeah. Goes around, comes around, I guess.
Absolutely. Hey, Renee. Good afternoon, Joni.
Good
Good morning,
afternoon.
Cheryl.
Good morning, I mean.
Good afternoon, Biate. Hey, Adrian. Good morning. Good morning, Amanda. Good to see you. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Munira. Good morning, Nicole. Hey, Sabrina. Good to see you. I always love that photo. Good morning, Sutwila. Good afternoon, Wendy.
Hi, Michael.
Good morning, Tiffany. Hey, Rosemary. Good morning, Connie. Well, good to see everyone on this Monday. So we can, depending on where you happen to be, just like a nice little stretch of the body, like feel it from the weekend. You might have already been feeling it from the weekend. So, hey, Connie. Connie's back. I'm feeling a little bit from the weekend, so some stretching is in order as we welcome a new day, welcome a new week. So in this time that we have together, it's a good opportunity to remember, to pay attention to how we transition, whatever was happening 6 minutes ago, how you transition from whatever that was to our space here. So, and you can bring that attention into your day. How do you transition? So that's why I love doorways. So doorways are good reminders of like, okay, as I come through this doorway, how do I want to be on the other side? So, hey, Chelsea, hey, Nancy, hi, Shauna. So the transition is actually part of the practice. So a lot of folks think, well, it's just like the dropping in and just the meditating is the practice. It's like, no, the whole thing is the practice. The transitioning in and the practice, and then the transitioning out. Like, how do we want to be as we leave our space? Our language here, well, what kind of ripple do we want to continue forward with? And that's on Mondays, we do that intention setting practice for the day ahead, the week ahead. What kind of ripple do we want to put into the world? So, but before we drop in, as we do, we'll consider ourselves a circle, not a Zoom. And we'll gaze upon our circle, knowing that there's no beginning, there's no end, there's no hierarchy. And in a Zoom, actually a circle, there's a chance for all eyes to see all eyes. So really start to connect with each other, and knowing that we all had different experiences over the weekend. Some may have been amazing, some may have been really tough. Some may have been a combination of all that and more. We take a moment here to recognize each other and recognize ourselves for doing this work as consistently as we can do it. All right, so for this practice, we'll do a little just dropping in, connecting with the breath, opportunity to connect with the body, just really observing what's going on as you begin the week, without any judgment. You're just simply noticing what's here in the body at this moment. And then we'll create some space, and in that space, we'll set our intention for the week ahead or the day ahead, if a week is too much. Right. So when you're ready, come into that posture that feels right for you at this hour. You might think about bringing a sense of dignity to your posture if you're sitting, if you're lying down still, if you're still in bed. That is awesome. The really cool thing about our practice is that you can do it really anywhere. So in bed, you could be seated, you could be standing. You might be even out and about at this hour. If you are, please keep your eyes open. For everyone else, you may close them. You can have a soft gaze if you like, looking down at the tip of your nose. getting comfortable as we drop in. And we'll begin with a few generous and centering inhales and releasing exhale. We don't need to hold our breath. Nice full breath in, breathing up through our nostrils if we can. Nice releasing breath out. You may wish to bring a sense of groundedness as we begin our practice. Maybe noticing where you're making contact with the ground, or your bed, just feeling that sense of groundedness, centering. And as you come into the natural rhythm of the breath, you can offer your attention now to the body. And doing a graceful scan of the body, perhaps starting at your toes, and then working your way up to that beautiful crown on top of your head. You're simply checking in and connecting with the body, noticing what's here. Without any judgment that you should be feeling a certain way. Perhaps you can hear what the body may be whispering. And if it feels appropriate to do so, you can perhaps listen to what the body has just shared with you. Maybe you relax your shoulders a bit more. Maybe there's an openness you bring to a part of your body. You can even put on your best Mona Lisa smile as you greet a new day. And now I invite you to take this space and begin to visualize how you wish to show up today, or maybe throughout the week. What is your intention? Without striving for the perfect intention or what the internet wants you to select as your intention. Just see what comes up naturally, what bubbles up. And as this intention becomes clear, you can begin to visualize yourself showing up in the world, honoring this intention. Seeing yourself fully living it. Almost like you're watching yourself in a movie, starring yourself in this intention. And as you do, you might notice a particular sensation. There might be even a particular color that goes along with your intention. How does it feel to honor your intention today and throughout the week? And now when you begin to feel ready, we'll close out our practice with 3 generous breaths. Breathing up fully, releasing slowly, sealing in this intention as we greet a new day and a new week ahead. And then when you feel ready, you can begin to flutter the eyes open and wiggle those beautiful fingers and toes. Maybe give your body another stretch. Good morning, Elizabeth. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, Deb. If you have an intention or a ripple, if you will, that you want to share, you can put that in the chat. So this intention practice is one I actually do this every day. So before I gather with you all. So so some of you may have seen my blog post from yesterday, but this week, my main company, not main, my other I have two, Pause, Breathe, Reflect, and Peloton Executive Coaching. The executive coaching aspect of my life turned 10 years old, so I guess it's officially a tweener, which is going to be like a hot mess in a couple years because it will go through adolescence, and I'll need to pause, breathe, reflect probably more frequently because we've already been through that with our kids. But every day I would set my intentions on how do I want to show up as a coach, as a supporter, as a guide. So because if we don't set our intentions on how we wish to show up, our days can unravel and unfold, and which they're going to do anyway, but this intention allows us to come back into center. For me, it's a very centering practice to say, okay, here's my North Star for the day, my North Star for the week. Things are going to get crazy because life is crazy. And we're going to remember this intention and we can come back to it. Just that whole process, that's really the in essence, when we leave this circle and the Zoom and we go out into the real world, mindfulness is like one definition I do appreciate is remembering. So every time we get pulled away, we get distracted by the shiny object, we remember our intention and we come back. So that's why we talk a lot about like coming back to our breath, coming back to our center. So like when we face a problem, we like slow it down, we come back. The question is, what do you wish to come back to? And so for me and Pause, Breathe, Reflect, it's about coming back to this intention that we set. Peace of mind and gratefulness for nature. Yes, love that. Well, if you have something on your mind or touching your heart this morning, you want to put your voice in our circle, you can. I'm going to stop the recording.